So people will see something a little bit different this year when they come in to vote. Talk about the new voting machines. What do people need to know ahead of time?
Okay, we have a new paper-based voter registration system. So now our tabulation is done electronically and by paper.
Got it.
Yeah.
Is it pretty self-explanatory when people get in there? Will it be people helping them kind of know what to do? Or
Yeah, they'll get a ballot card. They'll take it over to the machine. They'll insert their ballot card. They'll make their selection similar to how they used to do it, except now they'll actually print their vote on a card and take it to a scanner so it'll be tabulated.
Perfect. You guys are fine. You're totally fine. Don't worry about it. Come on through. And so this year's a little different as well, considering we have an incumbent president. What can people expect as far as Democrat versus Republican as it relates to tomorrow's primaries?
Okay, so tomorrow is just a Democratic presidential preference primary. Anybody can vote in the primary. We have open primaries. We don't register by party in South Carolina, so anybody can come vote. They just be aware it is a Democratic presidential primary, so only the Democratic candidates will be on the ballot. We have posters saying who has since withdrawn. Several candidates have since withdrawn since we created the ballot, but there will be posters notifying the voters who those candidates are.
So historically, when we do have a situation like this, you're good, come on through. When we have an incumbent president and just one party on the primary ballot, historically, what have you guys seen in terms of numbers as it relates to people coming out to vote?
Well, as far as a Democratic presidential primary, I haven't had one since I've been here. Okay. In 2016, both parties had primaries. We had about 13.5% statewide for the Democratic presidential primary. In Aiken, we had about 9.5%. We had about 1,300 to 1,400 absentee votes for the Democratic presidential primary. We're about on that same track percentage-wise now. Okay. So we're looking at about that same 9 to 10% turnout.
And that's 9 to 10% of the population turnout to vote, correct?
Yes, correct.
For
Aiken County.
For Aiken County,
yes.
And then you said 13 for the state as a whole,
correct? Yes, it was like 13.5 in 2016.
So you brought up a good point, the absentee ballots. What are you guys looking at that so far? What are the numbers looking like? I see people, absentee voting right now. Come on through, sir. You're good. You're good. You're not going to mess us up.
Correct. We've had approximately 1,600 absentee votes so far, and it'll close at 5 p.m. today.
Got it. 1,600, is that about on par to what you guys expected to have?
Yeah, it's 300 more than in 2016, but adjusted for population, it's about the same.
Got it. I'm trying to think if we covered everything. You're expecting about the same turnout. Anything else you think voters need to know? Like anything that you guys run into on a regular basis that's like confusion people experience that maybe you want to help people understand before they get here? Anything like that?
Okay, there's one issue is with the presidential preference primary. We have some precincts that are combined with it being on a Saturday that some locations weren't available for Saturday. So I encourage everybody to go to scvotes.org and they can look at their polling location to see if it's still at the same location or not. We've had several last minute changes, so just be aware of that. And if you want to in person and you qualify to vote absentee, if you're over 65, it automatically qualifies you to vote absentee, or if you're disabled, they can come up here to our office until 5 p.m. today. Tomorrow you'll have to go to your precinct on election day.